Today we're gonna talk about a sutta called Pātheyya. Pātheyya means provisions, provisions for a journey. So when you go on a journey, you need some some provisions, some stuff, right?
Yeah.
So this journey is a spiritual journey. So what kind of spiritual provisions, or what provisions you need for a spiritual journey? Okay, so the topic in normal language is, what are the provisions for a spiritual journey according to the Pātheyya Sutta, Samyutta Nikaya 179. Let me read in Pali. Usually what happens in the sutta is one deity approaches the Buddha and then asks a question. Kinsu bandhati pātheyyang, kinsu bhogana masayo, kinsu narang parikassati, kinsu lokasming dujjahang, kisming baddha putu satta, pasena sakuni yathati. So in English, the translation goes this way: what secures provisions for a spiritual journey? What is the abode of wealth? What drags a person around? What in the world is hard to discard? By what are many beings bound, like birds caught in a snare? The answer in Pali, Buddha recites this stanza. Saddha bandhati pātheyyang siri bhoghana masayo, ichha narang parikassati, ichha lokasming dujjaha, ichha baddha putu satta, pasena sakuni yatha. The answer is, trust secures provisions for a spiritual journey. So trust. We will explain further after. Fortune is the abode of wealth, not the wealth, abode of wealth. Desire drags a person around. Desire is hard to discard in the world. By desire, many beings are bound like birds caught in a snare. So we have a couple things to learn. In order for someone to go on a journey, be that a spiritual or a non-spiritual journey, one needs trust. So without trust, you can't even think about which path I'm going to continue for my secular life journey or spiritual journey. So trust plays a bigger role. If you don't trust the path, if you don't know the path, if you don't trust the path, so you are not comfortable with that. So it has the both ideas. So usually when you follow the Buddha's teachings, before following the Buddha's teachings, you need to feel trustworthy about what he's all about and what he has given about the universe and us. On a secular note, in your normal life, you need to trust people to be surrounded by, right? So you need to trust, you need to be able to trust. You can forcibly try putting trust on people, but it's not the way how it works. After some time, you might feel, I can't really trust this person. I can't really trust what I'm doing. I can't really trust the surrounding I'm working on. So trust plays a bigger role for our spiritual journey as well as our secular journey. So it's a big deal. Fortune is the abode of wealth. Now we know wealth, but some people inherit an abode of wealth, lot of wealth. Well, how come it happens? So it's not the way that we see in the normal society. It's not the regular way how someone can earn money, but some people inherit a lot of money. Why is that? It's the fortune. Now, even it is said fortune, it has the good karma that they had done in the past lives. Not someone inherits or get money or whatever the other things just because things happen random. So they must have have happened in the past in their lives. They must have done a lot of good. They must have been so much generous towards other people. So that's what they've been now benefiting. But because a lot of people don't believe in the past lives, so one has to take it in a different route. One might say, oh, we luck or fortune. I mean, in Buddhism, we don't believe luck or fortune. We believe the good karma you might have done in the past lives. So that's the thing. What drags a person around? Desire drags a person around. You know, like when we are so much desirous, the desires drag us to different routes, and we never know where we are taken by the desire. So the thing is, Buddha asks us to strengthen our senses. So we have this eye, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind. So we always need to make these senses stronger. Otherwise, if you don't do that, what happens is the objects of the senses will take over. They will take us over. They will take our eyes over. They will take over our ear. They will take over our nose. They will take over our all the senses. So these external objects are not what we call us. So we call us with the names of senses. So senses are here. So those objects are outside most of the time. So what we can do is we need to make our senses strong, so that external objects can make a big deal, can take us to different unnecessary places, so that we know desires come from those objects. When you see a good image, when you see a melodious sound, when you smell something, when you taste something, it's okay. I mean, but the problem when people become overindulge in those things, then what happens? Those desires take us to different unnecessary paths, so which is not good. So, but we need to understand, if we don't make our senses stronger, then what happens? Desires take us over and take control of all our senses, which is not good. That's why Buddha says desire drags a being or a person around. His question was, what drags a person around? What in the world is hard to discard? Desire is hard to discard in the world. A lot of people, when they are so much into desires, they don't feel there's a way to let this go. It's a big deal, but hardly when you try in a proper way, like with meditation, proper understanding, when you look deeply into the reality, there is a chance someone will be able to let that go. Otherwise, desire is so much hard to let go. It could be a big struggle, but Buddha says no, it's possible, but you have to start from a basic level. Don't try to do it from a very from a very end. You have to start from the beginning, so that you will slowly be able to let it go or discard. Now, even the meditation, it will take some time, both for the physical structure and for the mental culture. If someone thinks, okay, I'm doing meditation for 2-3 weeks, so I should be able to now let this go. I mean, it might not be possible. It takes time, because we are working with the mind, not just with the body. Even the body thing, about meditation or other things, sometimes you're doing some Tai Chi, it takes time, right? It takes time to move these physical parts in a proper way, without difficulties, without unease. Anyway, so desire is desire is hard to discard in the world for normal beings. But if you try, you can let it go, because it's all about the mind. By what are many beings bound like birds caught in a snare? Snare is a trap. Right? There are animals who fall prey to traps, right? So the deity asks, by what are many beings bound like birds caught in a snare? By desire, many beings are bound like birds caught in a snare. So that means desire is more dangerous than a trap or a snare. So you have to be very careful. We never know how we fall prey to snares. Animals may be able to find a chance, to get out of that snare at some point. But when you are so much caught with a lot of desires and you are like in a cage, there is no way out. You can make that happen. So we have to be very careful. Sometimes we never know we are bound by desires. That's the problem. We think this is normal. No, it's not normal. Whenever you think that you are dealing with a problem, if you look back the cause, you will sometimes find, no, this is happening because I'm too much into this thing, that thing, this person. That's the problem. So it's a desire. So if I do a little bit of a change with that thing, the whole thing will go away. But what we do is we don't change that part. We try to think, how can I do this change from this basis, from this context, without changing that course. The course may be a desire most of the time. So that's why Buddha says this desire is a trap. This trap or a snare is not like a trap or a snare that an animal's fall prey. It's more dangerous than, it's more difficult than that kind of a snare. So in short, what I would say is, when we are on a spiritual journey, we all like to be spiritual without a religion, regardless of any religion. We all like to be spiritual with our good spirit. We all need trust. Without trust, I don't think we can do anything. We need to trust people, right? And we also need some good karma we had done in the past. Now Buddha says, we cannot think everything based from this life. Now, technically we talk about this life. If someone is so sick, poor, we would like to say we need to help them. We need to treat everybody same. But sometimes there are things that we can find a solution from this life. Why this happened? And Buddha says, no, this is just one life, and you've been born, dying from millions, billions of life before. There may have been some, link, connection to the previous lives. So that's why Buddha says, why some people inheriting a lot of money, a lot of wealth? It is not just a surprise of this life. It is mostly coming from past lives. So they may have been bankers, very generous people. And desire. So I think if someone wants to go on a very nice, comfortable spiritual journey, one has to really be careful about the desires. Now, trust, good karma, having done good karmas in the past lives, even this life, and be careful with your desires. So these three things will take you really smoothly on a spiritual journey in individual lives. So trust, good karma, having done good karma in the past lives, and supervising, monitoring your desires in the proper way. Otherwise, we will fall prey to snares, traps, more than the animals face such things. Yeah. Any questions?
No, it's pretty clear.
Pretty? Okay.
Pretty good. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so let's share then all the good karmas with the departed relatives and the deities. May all the good karmas that we've been accumulating so far be shared by all the departed relatives who passed away in the name of all of us. May they be happy and peaceful. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idamme ñāti nang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idamme ñāti nang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idamme ñāti nang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Also, let's share all the good karmas with the deities to protect and bless all of us. May the deities share in all these good karmas and bless all of us for good health, long life, and all the prosperity in our life. May the deities also be happy and peaceful. May they also attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ittavatacha ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbi deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavatacha ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavatacha ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha ca bummantha deva naga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhangtu loka sasanang. Akasattha ca bummantha deva naga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhangtu sudesanang. Akasattha ca bummantha deva naga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhangtu mang paranti. Finally, let's make a great wish. May all the good karmas we've been accumulating so far help all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I'm going to bless you with couple more stanzas. Abhivadana silis nichang vadha pachayino chattaru dhamma vadhanti ayuvannu sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sangha sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati saminjatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, let's respect the Buddha by bowing down for the teachings.